so-called Israelites like to say that the Gentiles in the New Testament are Israelites because obviously they have salvation. Paul is ministering to them. The Greek word is ethnos in the plural, nations, and in the Hebrew it's goyim, as opposed to the nation of Israel, for example, in Exodus 19:6, goy. One of the arguments they use is from the book of Hosea 1:9 and 10, which Paul refers to in the book of Romans, chapter 9, 25 and 26. And the argument is, well, Hosea was talking about Israelites, and so Paul must be talking about Israelites in Romans chapter 9, even though verse 24 he mentions Gentiles. Well, through Christ we become the seed of Abraham, according to the book of Galatians chapter 3, 26 to 29, and we of the wild olive tree are grafted into the cultivated olive tree, Israel.
I want to give all the praise.
Wild.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, Ba'Hashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'Hashem, Ruach Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to my Akim, Wakwafim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this found captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. Slack, I cannot spell while speaking. I really want to get through all this. Because this man was absolutely the most dishonest in his speaking. And I forgot what the Romans 11. Slacky was the most dishonest in how he was just saying a whole bunch of stuff that did not harmonize with literal logic. Okay, now first things first, I want to, before I start bringing these precepts out to show the truth, I think it's only right that we actually go into understanding what the scriptures are doing. Okay, so first things first, Luke chapter 4 verse, well, let me actually get the example as well. Luke chapter 4 verse 20 and he closed the book. Hold on. Luke chapter 4 verse, let's start at verse 17, Slakia. Luke chapter 4 verse 17, and there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah, and when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. Slakia. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to preach deliverance to the captives, and recovering of the sight to the blind, to set at liberty them that are bruised, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. And he closed the book and gave it again to the minister, and sat down. And the eyes of all them that were in the synagogue were fastened on him. So over here we have the example where Yahawashi was given the book, and then he referenced a spot in he referenced a spot, and basically said, like, look at this is from the scriptures, and then he closed the book. Okay, so he made a direct reference. In addition to that, let's also get this. John 10 verse 34, Yahawashi, he answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? Now let's also continue on to further the example. Psalms 82 and 6, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So over here, okay, Slakia. Over here, we just see an example where Yahawashi was referencing the Old Testament. We have a literal parallel where it's now what's it called? Not a reference, a quote. He's quoting the Old Testament. He's quoting the scripture. He's quoting scripture, and he's showing them, okay, look, this is the thing. This is how, I didn't come to destroy the law. I came to fulfill. Okay, and again, you have these people who are you have these Christians who think that this is a new thing. Yahawashi doesn't care about the Old Testament. He's not dealing with the Old Testament. This and third. Like, all we need is the New Testament. We don't even need the Old Testament. Well, Yahawashi was referencing the Old Testament, okay? And the Old Testament even prophesies of not just Yahawashi is coming, but many different things which Yahawashi is fulfilling. All right, which is why he said that he didn't come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. Now, continuing on, what was that again? It was so Slaki. Basically, as a result of that, this is a complete reference. Now, I want to get into this. The first one, Romans, and then Hosea. Romans 9, verse 24. Let's start verse 24. Even us, whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles, as he saith also in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there they shall be called children of the living power. Okay, so over here we are shown that there's a prophecy that said that these people are going to be called the children of the living God, these Gentiles, these people that are called not the Lord's people. And this is a direct reference, all right, is a direct reference from Hosea, because if you actually Google OC, let me just go to it. I mean, if you Google OC, even though I can't believe I have to do this because I already did this before, but whatever. Oh, actually, well, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. We'll see in the Bible. OC, Hosea, salvation, son of Beri, one of the minor prophets. So basically, yes, this is literally reference from Hosea. And in terms of context, let's get that context. Hosea 1, at the start, you can read the whole thing if you want, but I'm just going to get to the point. Okay, let's see. I just want to jump down to verse 8. Now when she had weaned Leruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said Yahweh, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Exactly how Romans chapter 9, verse 24 to 26 said. It's literally prophecy. It's a literal direct reference. That's why, again, you have these Christians who are trying so hard to fit heathens into the prophecy when all the things are literal direct reference. That whenever, more specifically, Romans 9, which is what we went into. Romans 9, he reference that. All right, let me see, where was this next? I wanted to see where's the other part of it. Basically this is a fulfillment of prophecy. All right, so yes, he's trying to change this stuff up. Is 25? Where's the, let me get this. Slakia, bear with me. It's, what precept is it? It's I'm freaking drawing a blank. What is the precept again? It's Romans 8. I'm just gonna go to Romans 8. Oh yeah, here. Roman chapter. No, let me get this first. Slakia. So over here, it says. Let's start at verse 26. For ye are all the children by Yahawah of Yahawah by faith in HaMashiach Yahawashi. For as many of you as have been Slakia. For as verse 27, for as many of you as have been baptized unto Hamashiach have put on Hamashiach. There is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither free nor bond, there is neither male nor female, for ye are all one in Hamashiach Yahawashi. So, oh wait, hold on. Verse 29, and if ye be Hamashiachs, then are ye Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise. So over here, you have, it says there is no neither Jew nor Greek, free nor bond, all that stuff which Christians always turn to this in order to say that, oh, it's open for everyone now. When no, that's not the case, because again, you are going to make, number one, you're going to make the Lord a liar, and you're not understanding the meaning behind it. Where the understanding behind it, where, like, say for example, oh, no, not for example, a literal parallel is modern day. Say for example, America, or no, let me not say America, but let's say China. Okay, if there is an Israelite that was born in China, okay, who looks like a Chinese person, who has Israelite parents, okay, as in, like, this is a part of the diaspora thing, okay. I always go into this. I'm not going to go into this now, but basically, the thing is that, you know, a so-called black man, you know, had kids with a Chinese woman. That kid, it looked dark but with Chinese features, and he gets with another Chinese woman, and then he has a Chinese-looking kid because they just kept, the son kept on, the descendants kept on getting with other full Chinese women, all right, and then having more and more kids as time went on, to the point where that kid is still an Israelite because because that's his lineage on his father's side, but he looks like an Israelite. He looks like a Israelite, a so-called Chinese person or a Moabite. So as a result of that, you know, that is what is the Greek, quote unquote Greek, because they are Chinese by nationality, but not by ethnicity. Their bloodline still goes back into Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, which that is the thing that's what determines if someone is an Israelite or not. Okay, so Slack, let me get this. Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahawadah. Okay, so yes, it's the Spirit, and that's the thing where even when it comes to this truth, we won't. A lot of us aren't. Or not. Let me correct myself. People don't accept this truth unless the Lord is dealing with them, and that's another thing. Let me get this. I think it's John. No, not John. John, I knew it was John. Damn it, I was wrong. I second guessed myself. John 14:6. Yahawashi saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father, unto the Father, but by me. And again, this is where the Lord is choosing people, and the Lord can choose anyone he wants, sure, but the Lord said specifically that he's only going to choose the Israelites. How do we know that? Let's get that, okay? And honestly, that's basically it, honestly. Hebrews 8, I believe. Fuck. It's,
Not everybody in the church
What was it? It was covenant. Hebrews chapter. Hold on. Hebrews chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, so with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Okay, so obviously this is more definitive proof. He never said, "Oh, I'm going to make a covenant with the whole world." All right. So again, that is the insertion and the adding to the word. Okay, which again, that's a sin over there. Let me get that. Add or take away. Revelation chapter 22, verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And again, these people are trying to add onto this word, or trying to add. Oh yes, actually, the Lord said, yes, the Israelites are able to, get salvation, but also we can get salvation too. And also, let's get this. Salvation. John 4:22, ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Okay, the scriptures is already making that plain and clear. All right, now what was this again? Romans chapter 11, verse.
Wild olive tree are grafted
17 to 24, you said? Okay, that's going to be a lot of reading, but let's see if I can get this done. Okay, already it starts off. He started off already defeating his own argument at the first verse. In verse 17, it says, Romans chapter 11, verse 17, and if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root of the fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, the branches which were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if Yahweh spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee. Behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of Yahweh on them which fell, severity, but toward thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in, for Yahweh is able to graft them in again. For if they were cut off of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these which be the natural branches be grafted into their own olive tree? So basically, hold on, what the fuck? Oh yeah, here. Basically 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. Verse 26. So all Israel shall be saved, as is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So yeah, basically, actually, that's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, the thing here is that the wild olive tree, the branch that was broken off, they're trying to say that it's being replaced by Gentiles. And sure, it's being replaced by quote-unquote Gentiles, but as I already demonstrated and explained to you, those Gentiles aren't random people or heathen nations. Those Gentiles are Israelites. And the thing about that is, over here It says in verse 26, and so all Israel shall be saved as it is written. So if all Slakia, if those are Gentiles and they're not Israelites, why does it say all Israel are not going to be saved? Or Slakia, why does it say all Israel shall be saved? Okay, so now it just doesn't make any sense, because again, all the Israelites aren't just, they don't just look like so-called black people and whatnot. They don't have dark skin and whatnot. It's as I already gave the example, because it's always easier to say another nation besides, you know, whatever besides North America. Okay, but an example, as I said, was the Chinese example, where someone that looks like a so-called Chinese person, they're actually an Israelite because their father's father or whatever, okay, kept on having killed their descendants, their ancestors kept on having kids with natural born, full on Chinese women. Okay, so as a result of that, it's like, okay, so this person looks like a Chinese person, and Saki, that's another thing. If you ever seen, have you ever seen like these Chinese dudes that look like complete thugs and stuff like that, and act black and and gravitate more towards, you know, so-called black culture? All right, like that's not these types of stuff are no mistake. And even then, there was this one video. Oh, shit, I cannot search for it, but I don't want to search for it, but I have to. I'm gonna try to search for it. I'm gonna take a quick look. I thought I wasn't recording. I'm gonna take a quick look to see if I can find it. Basically, what happened was there was this one video of these girls, these Chinese girls, dancing. I think it's Are They Shake You? Oh, I can't freaking look. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna try one more time. Slacky. I know you can't see this, but just bear with me one moment. It was a cool ass song. I mean, a cool ass dance. Okay, well, I can't find it, but let me see if this is it. Whatever, I'll just use this instead. It's not the one that I actually liked, but I will use this regardless. I just remembered that if I let the thing play, they're gonna copyright this video. So I hope that was short enough that they don't care and they don't come here or copyright the video. But yeah, like this is apparently looking like an Edomite woman, and she's dancing. I think she has some rhythm. She's like that's pretty impressive, especially with Edomites known for not having any freaking rhythm. Now let me see if what's his name? What is? I'm gonna try one more time. I just want to make sure here. I really hope I can find this because I genuinely liked the video. Fuck. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I guess like that's the thing when you see something and you want to go back to it. You saw something that was so cool and you want to go back to it. It's like, wow, that's so cool. But then it's like, okay, well, the moments pass and whatnot. It's like I don't keep this stuff in my stuff like that. I don't keep it, and you know, sometimes I'm going to start keeping stuff so I can actually reference these things. I have been this is for anyone that wants to know. I have been keeping some of this stuff in this thing where you can come and see all these different pieces of information and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. You know, I always keep it as like an archive. I actually went in one of my videos. I actually went to this to reference one of the stuff that it was a part of the UFOs and stuff like that. And you know, I was able to just easily, oh yeah, I need this, I got this, search that specific thing up, and I got it with ease. So basically it's the same thing where for anyone who, if you ever have something, you know, just always like write these stuff down or put a link to it somewhere so you have easy access to it in order to, you know, better reference it and make the connections and stuff like that. But yeah, that just an example of something I want to show. Where was I was not. Oh yeah, so yeah, basically to end it off, let me just say the last things, which is this guy just straight up lying. Okay, he absolutely lied. All right, he does not know the Bible. He just upped and just blatantly lied on what the scriptures actually say. John 8:44, ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Okay, so yes, this is just a blatant lie. Like all that stuff, it's out the window. It was very just unbelievable. I could not continue without pointing out that he is a liar. He's a straight up liar. How are you going to acknowledge that it is a complete reference to Hosea and then deny that it is a reference to Hosea? He says, okay, he's saying it's for Hosea, but who says he's talking about Hosea? Like, no, that's absolutely ridiculous to say that. It's like saying that's like saying you acknowledge that someone is referencing a book, but they're not talking about the book. What? In what world does that make any sense? Anyway, continuing on, Romans 1 verse 25, who changed the truth of Yahawah into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. And that's basically the thing, trying to change the truth into a lie. The truth of the matter is that Romans 9 and just in general, the Gentiles in the scriptures, not just Romans 9, but all everywhere. Whenever it's talking about giving the Gentiles salvation, the Gentiles being grafted in, whatever, okay, that is the Israelite diaspora that is scattered. The Israelites were scattered. Let's get that. No, let's continue on, Slakia. But basically, you understand. I think it's Deuteronomy 30 verse 3. Okay, where the Israelites are scattered and they need to return to Yahawah or Yahawashi. Okay. As a matter of fact, even Elder Apostle Tahar, I heard him say this, I think 2 or 3 times or something like that, where I heard him say that most of the Israelites are gonna look like the other nations. And when he says other nations, like it's gonna, like, all the Israelites are gonna look like not so-called black people, but so-called whites, so-called Chinese, so-called Indians. Like, it's gonna be a mix. It's not just gonna be a bunch of freaking black people or a bunch of freaking Hispanics or Native Americans. While yes, we will look like them as well, sure, but the main ones isn't going to be so-called black-looking people, which people get that stuff confused. Okay, it's not about skin color; it's about your bloodline. Okay, now continuing on. Fuck. Did I read this? Yes. Yes, I read this. Okay. Job 13 verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. And that's basically what this person is, lying, changing what the scriptures say. The scripture did not say, it's for everyone. It even went into showing that, so shall all Israel be saved. It either reference Old Testament, where it says that these are Israelites, or I forgot the third one, but basically at the point where the Gentiles are still Israelites, and they're just Israelites that are scattered but look like the other nations. Okay, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, by Hashem, YAHAWASHI, by Hashem, Rakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, and Ball, and Shalom.